how to express your feelings using some informal expressions. Let's read them. Start here, Anas. The first one, if you want to show that you are impressed. Impressed يعني excited. Okay, if I am impressed, I'm excited about something or something I admire. Okay, what I say, I can say what? يلا
That's
يا
amazing.
يا أنس. Okay.
That's amazing. I'm blown away. That's mind-blowing. I'm seriously impressed.
Okay, so these expressions are really helpful to boost your level of vocabulary and level of language. That's amazing, blown away, mind-blowing, seriously impressed. All express what? Express that you are impressed. Okay, يلا يا آدم. Read number 2 if you are surprised.
You're kidding. I can't believe it. You've got to be kidding me. That's a pleasant surprise. I never saw that coming.
All right, thank you. The 5 expressions are clear. Any vague meaning or they are clear?
Everything's clear.
If anybody needs any help, don't hesitate to send a message or to stop me to ask about a meaning or for more clarification. If you are disgusted, Yamin, disgusted means you abhor something, you dislike, disapprove, or hate. Okay? If you disapprove something you don't like, you feel that it's offensive or offending, you can use one of these expressions. يلا read يا يامن.
That's revolting. I can't stand it. That's sickening. That's repulsive. I'm absolutely disgusted.
Okay, repulsive, sickening, disgusted, I can't stand it, and that's revolting. Also the same meaning. You understand what we meant if you are disgusted? So when I can use one of these expressions, in what situation? What situation you may experience that lets you use one of these expressions? Who can answer? In what situation we can use these expressions?
If you're interested in something.
No, this one, if I'm disgusted.
Oh, when something that you're fed up with or dislike it.
Okay, any situation that I didn't like. Anybody can describe or mention a real situation? Any situation that is disgusting to you or you felt
Bad
disgusted.
behaving students, for example.
Okay, yes, some students that behaves badly or negatively to you, so you can say that's sickening or that's repulsive or I'm absolutely disgusted, I can't stand it, or that's revolting. اوكي ابراهيم ويامن وادم عايز في كل ما اسال حد يتكلم، ما تستنوش لما انادي على حد، ما تستنوش لما انادي على حد. الكلام واضح يا شباب؟ اسال ترفع ايدك او تقول I can answer، ما حدش يستنى لما اقول يلا يا ادم جاوب، يلا يا يامن جاوب، ولا يا ابراهيم ولا يا انس. الكلام واضح؟
واضح.
اوكي يلا يا Adam read before. Ibrahim, it's turn. If you want to express interest and wishes. Read Ibrahim.
I'm dying to know. I'm really into. I'm itching to. I've got my fingers crossed. I can't wait for.
Yes, if you want to know any information you are interested in, you can say I am dying to know. In the same way, if you want to tell somebody, we use I am dying to tell you all about the new attraction that opened recently, for instance. Okay, I'm really into, it means I'm interested in something. So if you're interested in science, you say I'm really into science. Okay, you must study these expressions. Yalla Anas, read again.
Informal phases for sharing information. For your information, just so you know. By the way, I thought you might like to know. Guess what I found out? Listen up, in case you didn't hear.
Okay, the expressions themselves are clear and easy, but the problem that you don't use them. Okay, I know that all of you knows the meaning of these expressions, but why I am teaching you these expressions? Because when you wrote last time, nobody used such expressions, so I want you to use these expressions in your writing. Okay, so these expressions are not for fun, not for a waste of time, not for entertainment, just to hit them and study them accurately. Please, please, please. I want to see these expressions in your writing. Okay, read ya, Adam.
Informal phrases for asking information. Got any idea about? Do you happen to know? Mind filling me in on? Could you shed some light on? Any clue where I can find? Any chance you could tell me?
All right, thank you. Yalla ya Yamin. Asking for information, it's same as the one before. Yalla
Can
ya
you
Yamin.
can you spill the beans? Come on, Sarah, can you spill the beans and tell me what you're planning? Have you heard anything about? Can you give me the heads up? Can you give me the heads up on any important topics that we have discussed?
Yamin.
Yes.
I can't hear you يا يامن.
بس حضرتك سامعني دلوقتي؟
أيوة تفضل.
Can you spill the beans? Come on, Sarah. Can you spill the beans and tell me what you're planning? Have you heard anything about? Can you give me the heads up? Can you give me the heads up on any important topics that we'll be discussing?
Okay, thank you, Anas. No, Adam. What do these expressions mean? 1, 2, 3. Or when exactly do I use them?
When you messed out on something and you wanna know what happened.
Exactly, when you want to know what happened, when you want to know an information. So when you ask about information, Yamin, we studied this expression before. Can you spill the beans? Spill the beans means what? Yamin.
Tell me something you're planning.
Okay, yes, spill the beans means to reveal a secret or tell an information. All right, great. So what should we do with these expressions? We should use in our writing. Okay. Cohesive devices and transitional words. Your writing was good. Let's say was very good, but it lacks some areas of improvement. One of these areas of improvement is using what يا شباب? Using cohesive devices. What cohesive devices means? It means linkers, linking words, connectives.
Mr. There's something.
Yes.
Mr. There is two sentences and this is conduct them together.
Say again, I can't hear you properly.
I'm saying, Mr., that these words are connecting the sentences.
Yes, connectors, Ibrahim. Thank you. Connectors or linkers and transitional words, very important to help you move from an idea to another. We'll see an example for each. Let's read these examples. These examples must exist in your writing, must be included in your writing. Okay, last time, let me show you something here. One of the requirements in the mark scheme, where is the mark scheme? Here, as you see, one of the requirements is what, ya shabab? Look here, the last one, you see where I'm pointing?
Yes.
Here, what the mark scheme said? Use a wide
words.
number 1 linking words and or. So either linking words or cohesive devices appropriately. What he means by other cohesive devices here, he means the transitionals, transitional words or transitional phrases. So this is a must in your writing. Okay, let's go back quickly. يلا يا أنس, let's read, or let's start from the very beginning here. By the way, one of the ones, شباب خلوا بالكم اللي احنا بنشرحه ده دول cohesive devices only relevant for informal writing. Okay, only for letters. Formal writing has different cohesive devices, different conjunctions, different linking words. So what are we concentrating on is just for informal letters or informal writing. Okay. يلا يا أنس. So again, I repeat, these linkers are for what?
Formal writing.
Informal letters, not to get confused and use the same for reviews or for essays or for articles and reports. Okay, يلا يا أنس read.
By the way, have you heard about the new cafe that just opened downtown?
All right, by the way, number 2.
Speaking of movies, I watched a really funny one last night.
Okay, wait, yeah, Anas, why we named these expressions as transitional phrases? Because here is the original sentence starting from I watched a really funny one last night. This is the major or the main sentence. So to make our writing fluent, to make our writing coherent, organized, very, very well organized, we use some of these transitional phrases. Introduce your ideas with a transitional word. Transitional word means an expression that help me introduce my ideas. Introduce my ideas. When I said speaking of movies, I introduced the idea of what? Talking about movies. What I'm going to say here about movies, that I watched a really funny one last night. Which is better, to say I watched a really funny movie last night without speaking of movies? What do you think of this sentence? Which is better, to say, speaking of movies, I watched a really funny one last night, or to say, I watched a really funny movie last night? Which is better, using speaking of movies or without?
Using, because it would be so random.
No, even look at this sentence. I watched a really funny movie last night. Compare between these two sentences, sentence 1 and sentence 2. Which is better? Surely, in no doubt, sentence 1 is better. Speaking of movies, I watched a really funny one last night. Why? Because the first sentence includes speaking of, which is what? Introductory phrase or transitional transitional phrase.
Phrases.
I hope this is clear. Yalla Anas, keep reading.
Oh, and another thing. Remember to bring your swimsuit for our beach trip.
Okay, this idea, when I use and another thing, it means I mentioned something here before this idea.
Yes.
And now I
Yes.
wanted to add another idea. Okay. Just a
Yes, it
moment.
can be used as like in addition.
But in addition is irrelevant here.
Yeah.
In addition is irrelevant. Why? Because in addition is formal. Okay, so we use here some informal cohesive phrases or transitional phrases. So here we can say, for example, you should book the ticket. Okay, full stop or exclamation mark. This is idea number 1. Now I want to tell him to bring his swimsuit. So don't say and remember to bring your, and remember to bring your swimsuit. Which is better? You should book the ticket and remember, or you should book the ticket full stop. Oh, and another thing here, then saying remember to bring your suit for our beach trip. This is better because the second one doesn't include transitional phrase, it includes and, but the first one, it includes a transitional phrase, which is and another thing is. So another point here is you will find yourself repeated using and throughout your writing. If you didn't do what are we doing right now, you will find yourself use and in each paragraph, if not in each line. And this is not recommended and wrong as well. This point is clear, Shabab?
Yes.
Yeah, Ibrahim, is this clear?
Yes, mister.
Yamin, wa Adam, Anas.
Clear.
Yes.
Clear, clear inshallah?
Clear.
All right, great. Yalla, ya Adam, read here.
Anyway, I wanted to tell you about the hilarious incident that happened at work today. Well, you know, I've always been a fan of adventure sports. So here's the thing. I need your help organizing a surprise party for our friend. On top of that, we're planning
Yeah.
a weekend getaway to the mountains.
Okay, so let's concentrate on these 4 expressions. When I ask you by the end of the class to write a letter, I want you to use these expressions. Anyway, when anyway is used, when you mention something here, this is the thing you mentioned, and you want to say that it is not important, but the coming idea is more important, or this is what matters, this is what I want to tell you, this is what matters, or this is what I want to tell you. For instance, what he's trying to tell him here, I wanted to tell you about the hilarious incident that happened at work today. So let's say that before that he mentioned that I was revising yesterday for the whole night. I was revising for the whole night. Full stop. Anyway, I wanted to tell you about the hilarious incident that happened at work today. It means this information is what? Not necessary, but what matters is I wanted to tell you about the incident that happened yesterday or happened today. Clear? When to use anyway, using the cohesive devices appropriately is really fundamental. Okay, Shabab, not only to use the cohesive devices, but what matters is to use the cohesive devices successfully. All right, well, this is easy and clear. So here's the thing. Also, using here is the thing I need your help. Here's the thing, it means what is important now? Okay. When you say the thing is, it means what? This what is necessary. This what I want to say. On top of that is the same meaning also. This lies on top of all what I mentioned. When I said on top of that, it means this is really important. This is what, Shabab, is really important that we are planning a weekend getaway. All right, thank you. Ibrahim, go on reading.
Yes, mister. Also, I wanted to let you know that I will be visiting your city next month.
Yes.
Plus, I heard there is a big sale going on at my favorite clothing store.
Okay, don't read that. Read anyhow.
Anyhow, I'm really looking forward to our upcoming road trip.
Yeah, anyhow, يا شباب, is the same meaning as any way. The
Anyway,
same meaning. Yeah, anyhow or anyway are the same meaning. Also and plus are similar also in meaning instead of using and. All right. So here you can use and once, you can use also, you can use plus. Adding to that, you can use well, you know. So here is the thing. On top of that, if you use these expressions in your writing will sound highly brilliant and vibrant. Okay, to show vivid level of writing, you should follow what I'm instructing you right now. Okay. Yeah, man, read.
So yeah, that's pretty much what's been happening in my life recently. So like I said, let's plan a get together soon and catch up properly. On another note, did you hear about the new restaurant that opened in town? In any case, let's make sure to stay in touch more often.
All right, thank you. Any one of these four is not clear? I guess all are clear. Or what do you think?
Clear.
Huh? Clear for all, inshallah?
Yeah.
Here is the point. Here is the thing, conjunctions. This is a very long list for conjunctions that you can use. Okay, let's read them one by one as lists. Ibrahim, read this list. Ibrahim is here. Okay, Yamin, read again.
So then that's why, well, because of it that, first of all, let's start with first things first, another thing, what's more, next then.
All right. Adam, number 2, the second column.
Plus, also, besides that, and to, for about the, talking about us for when it comes to, of course, no doubt, just like that, in the same way.
Thank you. Anas, read the third column.
In similar fashion, just as, so too, unlike, while, but, even so, but, even though, still, though, after all.
All right, thank you. These are mixes of purposes. Some of them shows purpose, some of them shows addition, some of them shows reason, some of them shows effect, and so on. We'll see here uses of these conjunctions. Oh, I didn't send this PDF to you. This is also my bad. Okay, let's see how these expressions are used in these examples. To do the same. When I ask you to write, you should do the same using these highlighted conjunctions. Okay? Don't write a sentence, full stop. Sentence, full stop. Sentence, full stop. Okay? Be without using such conjunctions, so, but then, that's why. Well, because of that. First of all, or let's start with first thing first. The three means the same. You can use any one instead of the other, so they are used interchangeably. Another thing is what's more, next, then, the same. Same meanings, same uses. Okay. Read the part on the screen quickly and decide if you need any help about the use of these highlighted expressions. All right. Now, I want you to show me that you already able to use some of these expressions. So let's go back to the list here and let's decide let's say first of all, another thing is about the, no, let's start with about the, and when it comes, no doubt, unlike. And in the same way, write these numbered words in sentences. Better to be in a paragraph. Okay? Let's say in a short paragraph. In a paragraph. You know what should you do?
Yes.
Okay, so where are the numbered words here? About the, when it comes to, no doubt, in the same way, and unlike. يلا شباب, start quickly please.
Mr. Paragraph ولا each sentence?
No, write in a paragraph. Expect it, it's a paragraph of a letter. And you need to express your ideas in the same way. Yes, I checked yours, it's okay. Thank you. Adam finished? Or this is Yamin? Which paragraph you edited?
To make the event memorable one.
Okay. Okay, Adam. Thank you. Yamin. Ibrahim.
I finished as well.
Ibrahim or Yamin?
Yamin.
Which paragraph you edited?
The one that starts with no doubt.
No
Yes.
doubt. Excellent. Look now how your paragraph appeared. Didn't you notice that the paragraph now is better than before?
Yes.
It's very well organized. Ideas are introduced with cohesive devices or transitional words, so the paragraph will sound better and better. Okay, Ibrahim, the last one. I'm just waiting you to confirm which paragraph you edited. Assessment criteria quickly so that we should know what I am required to write, what the examiner is expecting from my writing. Adam, read here. Number one is what?
Task fulfillment. The
Okay.
task is fulfilled. Content is fully relevant throughout. Consistently appropriate style for the text type. Excellent sense of purpose and audience. Development
Okay.
of ideas. Content is very well developed.
All right, wait. So number one here, we need as a task fulfillment that you fulfill the task. It means your content is fully relevant throughout. Okay, what I mean by it's fully relevant, it means you covered all bullet points. Task fulfilled and content is fully relevant. It means what? That you covered all the points. Okay, number two, sense of purpose and audience, it means you are consistently used informal rules. Informal rules that we studied last time. The content is very well developed. It means ideas are explained and supported. Okay, this is your content. We said last time it receives 6 marks. Yemen, read the language part.
Range and accuracy. Content is communicated skillfully and appropriately, uses a wide range of common and less common vocabulary appropriately, uses a wide range of simple and complex structures, high level of accuracy of language. Occasional errors may be present, but these do not impede communication. Organization. Effectively organized and sequenced, uses a wide range of linking words and or other cohesive devices appropriately.
Okay, let's comment quickly on this part. Number 1, you should do what? Use common and less common vocabulary. Less common vocabulary, it means advanced vocabulary in the same way we studied last time. Number 2, simple, compound, and complex sentences. Okay. Number 3, accuracy of language. It means spelling, punctuation, and grammar. I wrote here spelling, S for spelling, B for punctuation, A and G for grammar. SPAG, spelling, punctuation, and grammar. Finally, effectively organized. It means organized in a form of paragraphs. Finally, use a wide range of linking words, cohesive devices, and transitional words. Always keep these 2 boxes in front of you while you are writing. Okay? And while you write, tick each one you successfully achieved in your writing. Okay? Let's read this task. Here he said, last month, you won a competition to meet a famous person. Yesterday, you finally met them. Write an email to a friend telling them about this. So what is the main topic I'm going to write about? My main topic is what? Meeting, or I won a competition to meet a famous person. After winning the competition, I was chosen to meet a famous person and I finally met him, her, or them. What should I cover in my letter? Number 1, explain what you had to do to win the competition. Number 2, describe your meeting with the famous person. Number 3, say how you felt after meeting this person. Okay, let's read the letter quickly and let's understand if he covered the 3 points or no. Let's read the introduction. يلا يا أنس. Wait يا أنس, let me be sure if this is the same letter below. Dear John, where, here it is. Sorry شباب, let's read this paragraph, this letter first. Okay, I'm sorry. The letter here said what? You, or a new attraction recently opened near you. Write an email to a friend telling him about the attraction or the attraction. Okay, attraction means like a place people visit. Place people entertain to visit or like to visit. Okay, this is what we mean by attraction. A touristic place. In your email, you should write what? Describing the attraction, explain what happened on the day, say if you think the attraction will be a success or not. Okay? The task is clear. You understand what the question is asking you to do?
Yes.
The question is asking me to write a letter about what?
Attraction that recently opened.
Great, there is an attraction recently opened. What should I cover in the 3 bullet points? Shabab, number 1, I
Describe the
should do what?
attraction. Describe the
Describe the
attraction.
attraction. Next.
Explain what happened on the day.
Yes, I will explain what happened on the day. Number 3. The third paragraph, say
if you think the attraction will be a success or not.
Yes, you will say your opinion. If this attraction will succeed, I mean will continue as a success or will fail. Okay, that's great. Now we want to write our introduction. Read the introduction. Ya Anas. Dear Joe, we said here we use a comma after the name of my friend. Complete. Shabab, before Anas read, let's agree on a point. Our introduction should always be brief, short, to the point, and to the point. Let's say this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, let's say 20 words. Okay, let's say our introduction will be what, ya shabab? Of about 20 words. Okay, so try to train yourself to keep your introduction short, brief, and direct to the point, not to waste time writing your introduction and forget to develop the paragraph or the bullet points. Okay, so what we agreed upon now, ya Yamin?
Make the introduction as brief as possible.
Oh, okay, great. For what reason, ya Adam? Why should I keep my introduction brief, short, and to the point here? Ibrahim is here?
Sir, can you
Yeah. Adam, I ask the question, why should we write a brief introduction? Adam, I don't hear you actually. Yamin again? Why should it be brief?
To avoid going over the word limit.
Yes, that's great. Thank you. Read, Yanis.
Dear Joe, how's life? How is life going? Hope you diligently.
This is a way to develop your ideas in your letters, and this is really, really important. What I mean by develop your ideas or support. Develop or support your ideas. I mean, don't jump between ideas. Don't mention a sentence about an idea, then move to a new sentence about a new idea without explaining the previous one. So keep always your structure as idea plus supported. This supported is also an explanations or additional detail. Additional what يا شباب؟ Additional detail. Here are 4 rules to follow, 4 ways show you how to develop your ideas. Number 1, always, after writing a sentence, ask yourself this question. What is this question? Why you said that? Why you said this sentence? Or why is this information important to your friend? Why you told your friend this idea? Okay. So before you write, ya Adam, what should we say, ya Anas? When I write a sentence, to be sure that I developed my ideas, I must ask myself a question. What's this question?
To ask yourself, why did you say that, or why is this information like important to say?
Exactly. Ya Anas. Again, I want to be sure now that I supported my ideas and I developed my ideas. Anas is not here. Oh, it seems that he's not here. Ibrahim, what's the question I should ask myself before I write to be sure that I develop my ideas? Ibrahim is here.
Yes, Mr.
Answer my question, please.
What's your question, Mr. Again, because I didn't hear.
I said, what is the question I should ask myself to be sure that I developed my ideas and supported my ideas? Hi, Ibrahim. Answer my question.
Mr. Do I answer?
Okay, Adam, answer it.
When you're writing, you should ask yourself on why did you say this bit of information, and why is this important to mention?
Exactly. Hi, Ibrahim. You got it now?
Yes, Mr.
Repeat it. What Adam said? What Adam said? Anas is here. Okay, let's start by rule number 1.
Star, can you hear me?
Yes, finally you talked.
I had a problem, that's why. I couldn't hear or couldn't speak.
All right.
Can you repeat what I missed or...
We said here. Okay, we said, yeah, Anas here, that now I want to support my ideas and develop my ideas in letters. So I want to be sure that I already successfully supported and developed my ideas without jumping between ideas from one to another. What should I do? I'll ask myself this question: why you said this information, or why is this information important to your friend? Okay, let's read these two examples from a real letters written by students. They supported the ideas, why they mentioned this information. Read, ya Anas.
I know how much you love the outdoors
No,
and how.
no, above here.
Ask yourself why you said that. Why is that information important to your friend? There are 3 large slides with a swimming pool in the middle of the park, as well as a lazy river ride where you can sit a rubber ring, and float around the park. It was
Yes.
disastrous.
Wait. Okay, complete.
It was disastrous since we had to stand in a massive queue for 3 hours.
Yeah, thank you, Yamin. For the sentence number 1, where is the idea and where is its explanation or development or support?
The idea is that there is 3 large slides,
Yes.
as well as a lazy river.
That's why he mentioned this information, to show something to his friend. What is that thing?
It's describing why the information is important.
Okay, where he showed that this information is important to his friend.
Where you can sit a rubber ring and float around the park.
Excellent. Here, where you can sit on a rubber ring and float around the park. And the second example, yeah, Adam, it was disastrous, since we had to stand in a massive queue for 3 hours. Where is the idea and where is its explanation or extension or support?
I love how I know how much you love the outdoors and how rejuvenating it is for you to immerse yourself in nature, recreating that sense of adventure and bonding would be incredibly meaning for both of us. The important idea is talking to your friend about staying outdoors and like enjoying the nature.
Right. Why he mentioned this point? He mentioned here that his friend loves the outdoor activities.
Yep.
Okay, and he can immerse himself in nature. Why he told his friend that I know that you like the outdoor activities.
Personalization.
Yeah, so where is the sentence that extended this idea, supported this idea? He told him that these outdoor activities will help you do what? Or sitting in nature will help you what?
Recreate the sense of adventure.
Yeah, it will help you recreate the sense of adventure, and bonding would be incredibly meaningful for both of us. So this is the support. Okay, again and again, I warn you, don't jump from a point to another. Focus on the point you are writing. Focus on the point you are writing. Don't distract yourself. Keep straight on the point until you support it. When you are sure that you support it, you can move on to another point. Here is an example again. This is a different way or another method to support or develop your ideas. What is that rule? Is add description to the thing you are talking about. If you added description, so you supported the point. Let's read the example. Yamin, read.
I have been diving deeper into photography lately, and it's been such a fulfilling journey. Capturing those candid moments brings me so much joy, just like how you find solace in your hobby.
Look at the first point. Yeah, man. He mentioned here what he is interested in photography, right?
Yeah,
Just this. Did he move to another topic or he is still talking about photography?
same point, photography.
So he is still talking about the same point. He added extra detail about the same point. He said it's been such a fulfilling journey. He described description of the journey of photography. Then he finally extended the point by saying what? Capturing those moments. Why he think that the journey is fulfilling, why he is deeply into photography. He said that capturing those candid moments bring me so much joy, just like how you find solace in your hobby. Sorry, hobby is misspelled. It's like this. Solace means comfort. Okay, so we understand here how the student supported the point by giving extra description and by saying why I mentioned this idea. Shabab, until now is clear. Does this help you to be always on one topic, to be sure that you support the point, how to develop the point? Huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
Great. Ibrahim, are you here? Ibrahim is here. Okay. Ibrahim doesn't respond. Third rule. What are we doing here? Add more detail about the situation. So we are extending our ideas. Anas, read. Here is an example of adding more detail about the situation.
Remember the time we went hiking together last summer? The sun was shining brightly, casting a warm glow over the lush greenery surrounding us. Perhaps this time we could explore a new trail we've never ventured on before, pushing our boundaries and creating even more unforgettable memories together. What do you think? Say how you felt in this situation.
No. Wait, Anas. You're not driving a truck. Wait. Here, one idea, I extended the situation. What is the situation and where is its extension? Let's highlight the situation. Number one, remember the time we went hiking together last summer. So what is the situation? Going
Hiking last summer together.
Yes. How I extended the point by adding more detail about the day we hiked. He said what? The sun was shining brightly, then casting a warm glow over the lush greenery surrounding us. So he extended the point and also added some description. All right. So what is the situation in the second example? Perhaps this time we could explore a new trail we've never ventured on before. What is the other detail he mentioned? Pushing our boundaries and creating more unforgettable memories together. Okay, so extend your ideas by adding more details about the situation. Finally, we explained this before. Okay, say how you felt in the situation. In some situation, you should tell me how you felt, like the one we mentioned in the letter we analyzed. He said here, when we eventually got into the park, about half of the attractions were ready, including one of the slides. Where is the feeling here? Huh? So here I described the situation. Okay. And here I wrote how I felt in the situation, which made us feel down in the dumps, means like disappointed. Okay, شباب. So let's recap again the methods or the rules to develop my ideas. Number one, don't forget to ask yourself why you said this information and why is this information important to your friend. Number two, say how the idea is important to your friend. Don't forget, don't jump from a point to another. Focus on the point you are writing. Add a description to the thing you are talking about. Add more detail about the situation by extending the idea. Finally, say how you felt in the situation. Any question about these 4 rules that we explained? Any question? Are you
No.
sure that inshallah they are all clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. Now it's your turn to write a letter. I'm going to share a question. Where is the question? Let's find this one. No, where is the question? Here. It's not here. Describing. Yes, this one. This is our current task. Okay. I want you to write the letter, applying everything we studied in this class. Write in your notebook. I want to correct your handwriting right now. Okay. And then send it on WhatsApp. Any question before you start writing? Aywa Anas, everything is clear?
Yes, we do it right now.
Adam, yes. Adam,
Okay.
everything is clear? Adam, you know what to do? Yamin, you know what to do?
Yes.
Okay. Ibrahim is here.
Mister, do we write a conclusion at the end?
Yes, everything. The whole letter.
Brief introduction. How's life going? Hope you diligently passed in final exams. I'm dying to tell you all about the marvelous park that recently opened.
Okay, look at this brief introduction. This is very short, direct to the point. What kind of language it used? Number one, what about vocabulary and strong vocabulary? He used the word diligently. Diligent means somebody who is working hard. Diligent means you are working hard and successful. Number two, I used dying to tell you. This is a great expression. Number three, we used marvelous book. a good and strong descriptive words. So what we used here, شباب, descriptive, strong words. Number 2, our introduction is brief and short. He asked about his friend, how's life going? Then he used something personal. So he personalized by saying, hope you diligently passed in the final exams. What about punctuation is accurate? Question mark here, exclamation mark here. Then he started to talk about the topic. About the topic directly. So we said be brief and to the point. He said, I am dying to tell you all about the marvelous park that recently opened. So what is the main topic? He is going to tell him about the marvelous park that recently opened. We finished our introduction successfully. Okay, then we want to write the first bullet point. Bullet point 1 here, he asked to describe the attraction. Read it, Adam.
Describe the attraction. Let's discover the magic. There are 3 large slides with a swimming pool in the middle of a park, as well as a lazy river
Adam,
ride where
what's
you can...
wrong?
Hello? Sorry, is my mic working?
Yeah, you have a problem with your mic.
Star, I can hear him fine though.
You hear him now?
Yes, I can hear him fine.
Adam, talk again. I hear
Hello?
you properly. Yes, read.
Describe the attraction. Let's discover the magic. There are 3 large slides with a swimming pool in the middle of the park, as well
Okay.
as a lazy river ride where you can sit a rubber ring and float around the park.
Okay, thank you. How we began the paragraph, there is a transitional word here. What is it? Where is the transitional phrase? I introduced the paragraph by what? Let's discover the magic. And he started to describe the attraction. He said that there are 3 large slides with a swimming pool in the middle of the park, as well as a lazy river ride everywhere. So what description he gave to the park, Shabab? Huh? Quickly, please. What description the student gave to the park? That the park includes 3 large slides. Hey, Shabab, you don't hear me?
Sir, can hear you.
Okay, why nobody talks? Tell me, what are we doing? We said the student here is describing what he described about the park.
That it has a swimming pool in the middle of a park and as well as a lazy river ride.
Yeah. Okay. He described the park that it include large slides with a swimming pool in the middle of the park, as well as is a conjunction. So he used conjunctions. Then after he mentioned the description, he said what? Where you can sit a rubber ring and float around the park. What he mentioned here. This sentence did what? Explained the point before. Explained what, Shabab? The point before. Why he mentioned that the attraction or the park includes the slides, the swimming pool, and the ride. Why he told his friend that thing? Because this is something interesting. How did we know? He told him that where in this place you can set a rubber ring and what? And also you can float around the park. So these two things are kind of what? Personalized, and also he created interest. He thinks that setting a rubber ring and floating around the park is what? Something interesting to his
Interesting.
friend. Okay, all right. Next, so now we finished the first point in a very simple way, in an easy way by the description. Although the description is short, can be developed better than that. Okay, not properly developed. He can write more about the description. He can provide more information about the description. But rather than that, everything in the paragraph is correct. Everything is okay. Let's read bullet point number 2. Read يا يامن. Bullet point 2 is about what يا شباب? Explain what happened on the day. So what are we going to do here is explaining what happened on the day. Also, the student began the paragraph with what?
For the scenario of the day.
What is that also? Transitional phrase, a sentence that introduces the topic. Yes, read.
For the scenario of the day, it was disastrous since we had to stand in a massive queue for 3 hours. When we eventually got into the park, about half of the attractions weren't ready, including one of the slides, which made us feel down in the dumps.
All right, thank you. What do you think of this paragraph? He used good vocabulary. What are they? Number 1, disastrous, massive, eventually, okay, 3 strong words. Then he is okay with the transitional phrase. Great. What about variety of sentences? Huh? Ashbab, what do you think of variety of sentences here? Did the student use many kinds of sentences or one kind only, one type of sentences?
Many types.
He used variety. Let's see. Number 1, he said, when we eventually got into the park, about half of the attractions weren't ready, including one of the slides, which made us feel down in the dump. So he used two conjunctions here to use complex sentences, when and which. So the student use complex sentences, and here he used simple sentences and also complex sentences. It means he used variety of sentences. All right, let's see if the student explained the point or no. Did he develop the point of explaining what happened on the day? Yes, he told us that the day was disastrous. Then he said why. Why the day was disastrous? He said since we had to stand in a massive queue for 3 hours. So he gave us an example or an explanation to the point. Okay? A massive queue for 3 hours. When we eventually got into the park, then he started to talk again, explaining what happened on the day by saying, when we got into the park, about half of the attraction were not ready. This also another example or another point shows why the day was disastrous. So if you look here, you will find the student on track. He is on topic through the whole paragraph. He talked about one point only. He didn't jump from a point to another. Okay? When we eventually got into the park, about half of the attractions were not ready, including one of the slides, which made us feel down to the dump. He used idioms and expressions, and this is a good way of vocabulary. The last bullet point here is say if you think the attraction will be a success or not. Read it, Adam. Adam, read.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes.
Unfortunately, we all felt disappointed because they had plenty of time to sort things out. It is important when it comes to first impressions, and I don't think many people will come back for a while.
Yeah. He ended mentioning if he thinks the attraction will be a success or not. The student here thought it will be success or no?
No.
He said no, and he must tell us why he thinks so. Unfortunately, a good way of transitional word. We all felt disappointed. So why he thought that the attraction will not be a success? Number one, they felt disappointed. He didn't jump to a new point. He explained why they felt disappointed. Okay, they had plenty of time to sort things out. It's important when it comes to first impressions, and I don't think many people will come back for a while. He used good descriptive words. Here, he said disappointed, impressions, sort thing out. This is a phrasal verb, sort things out. This is a phrasal verb. Okay. Then, after we finished covering the 3 points successfully, our vocabulary is excellent, the grammar is excellent, punctuation is excellent, using variety of sentence length like simple, compound, complex. I used cohesive devices. I used conjunctions like because, like and, like when, like after. A lot of conjunctions are used here. Okay. I'll end my letter or email closing sentence. Just one short sentence like that. I'd better to go now and I have lots of homework to do. Always we end our letter with a sentence shows that we will stop writing. Okay, so end your letter with what, ya shabab? Showing that you will stop writing. Either to say, for example, I'm looking forward to hearing from you, or you can say write soon, or waiting for your reply. Whatever the sentence you want to tell your friend that you want to end your letter now, you can say I must dash now. I have lots or loads of homework. Okay, so end the letter with a relevant way. This is a closing sentence. Then use one of these closing expressions or phrases like all the best, your friend, your love, yours, and then write only your first name. This letter scored 14 out of 15. Okay. So this is an excellent letter actually. Everything is okay. I hope that you understand what we explained. Hi Shabab, everything we explained here in this letter is clear to you, and why this letter received 14 out of 15?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
This is Adam. Anas, everything's okay?
Yes.
Yamin wa Ibrahim?
Clear.
Great. Ibrahim, are you able to
Yes.
use your mic?
Yes, Mr.
Everything-
I'm here.
Everything is clear, Ibrahim?
Yes, Mr. Everything is clear.
Excellent. That's really nice. All right.